Please help us by visiting and subscribing to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to click like and share. Far and beyond Earth. Volcanoes, Earth's dynamic powerhouses. Our world, seemingly tranquil, conceals immense geological wonders beneath its surface. Today, we embark on an extraordinary journey to explore the captivating and often volatile world of volcanoes. Volcanoes, Earth's fiery giants, have been both a source of awe and terror throughout human history. These geological marvels offer us a glimpse into the planet's inner workings, shaping landscapes and influencing climate. The material expelled during volcanic eruptions can be classified into three main types: volcanic gases, lava, and tephra. Each eruption is a unique display of nature's power. Volcanic gases, primarily consisting of steam, carbon dioxide, and sulfur compounds, are emitted during eruptions. The composition of these gases can vary widely from one volcano to another. Lava, the molten rock that emerges from volcanoes, comes in various forms determined by its viscosity and gas content: felsic, intermediate, mafic, and ultramafic. Lavas each have their unique characteristics. Tephra, solid fragments of material ejected during eruptions, includes volcanic ash, rocks, and pyroclastic flows. These can travel great distances and have significant geological impacts. The concentration of volcanic gases can significantly influence volcanic activity. Extinct volcanoes have ceased to erupt for thousands of years. To monitor and mitigate volcanic hazards, countries employ volcanic alert systems. These systems help assess and predict volcanic activity, enabling timely evacuations. While volcanic eruptions can pose significant dangers, they've also contributed to the richness of our planet. Volcanic soils are incredibly fertile, and volcanic activity has yielded valuable resources. Volcanic rocks, such as basalt and obsidian, have been used by humans for tools and construction throughout history. These rocks are not only durable but also abundant in volcanic regions. Volcanoes shape the Earth's surface through the creation of various landforms. From shield volcanoes to stratovolcanoes, each type offers a unique geological spectacle. Volcanic eruptions have had significant historical impacts. The eruption of Mount Tambora in 1815, known as the Year Without a Summer, affected global climate and agriculture. Volcanic observatories around the world provide valuable data and real-time information to help protect nearby communities from volcanic threats. Volcanoes are not unique to Earth. Volcanoes are not unique to Earth. Our solar system boasts volcanoes on Earth such as Venus, Mars, and Jupiter's moon Io, revealing the dynamic nature of our universe. Even our own moon, despite its lifelessness, bears the scars of ancient volcanic activity. Lunar Maria, rills, and domes offer insights into the moon's history. Beyond our planet, icy moons like Enceladus and Triton exhibit cryovolcanism, where water and other volatiles erupt, further expanding our understanding of volcanic processes. Volcanic gases, when released into the stratosphere, can impact global climate. Historical eruptions have caused significant temperature drops and even influenced civilizations. While volcanoes continue to be a source of wonder, they remind us of the importance of preparedness. Advancements in volcanology help safeguard communities from volcanic threats. In our exploration of these geological wonders, we uncover the mysteries of our planet's fiery heart and gain a deeper appreciation for the profound role volcanoes play in shaping our world. Volcanoes can be classified into several types based on their shape, eruption style, and location. Here are some common types of volcanoes. Shield volcanoes. These volcanoes have broad, gently sloping sides and are characterized by their shield-like shape. Eruptions are typically non-explosive, with lava flowing in streams or rivers. Examples include Mauna Loa and Mauna Kea in Hawaii. Stratovolcanoes. Composite volcanoes. Stratovolcanoes are steep-sided, cone-shaped volcanoes built up by alternating layers of lava flows, ash, and volcanic rocks. They can produce both explosive and effusive eruptions. Famous examples include Mount St. Helens, Mount Fuji, and Mount Vesuvius. Cinder cone volcanoes. Cinder cone volcanoes are the smallest type and have steep, conical shapes. They form from the accumulation of volcanic debris such as ash, cinders, and volcanic rocks ejected during eruptions. Eruptions are typically short-lived and can be relatively explosive. Examples include Paracutin in Mexico and Sunset Crater in the United States. Calderas. Calderas are large, basin-like depressions formed when the magma chamber beneath a volcano partially or completely empties during an eruption, causing the ground above to collapse. They can be quite large and have irregular shapes. Yellowstone caldera in the United States is one of the most famous examples. Lava domes. Volcanic domes. Lava domes are formed by the slow extrusion of highly viscous lava, resulting in a steep eruptions from lava domes can be explosive, with the potential for pyroclastic flows and ashfall. Novarupta Dome in Alaska is an example. Submarine volcanoes. Seamounts. Volcanoes are located underwater and can rise to the ocean's surface to become islands over time. They are often associated with underwater volcanic arcs and ridges. Loihi Seamount off the coast of Hawaii is an example. Supervolcanoes. Supervolcanoes are characterized by massive eruptions that can eject hundreds to thousands of cubic kilometers of volcanic material. They often form calderas and can have global impacts on climate. Examples include Yellowstone in the United States and Lake Toba in Indonesia. Fissure volcanoes. Fissure volcanoes, also known as rift volcanoes, occur along tectonic plate boundaries where the Earth's crust is being pulled apart. Instead of a single vent, they have elongated fissures from which lava erupts. The volcanic activity in Iceland is often associated with fissure eruptions. Monogenetic volcanoes. Monogenetic volcanoes are small, isolated, volcanic cones that typically erupt only once, and then become extinct. They are often found in volcanic fields and are unrelated to larger volcanic systems. The Parana Basin in South America has numerous monogenetic volcanoes. These are the main types of volcanoes, but there are variations and subtypes within these categories. Volcanoes are diverse and can exhibit different behaviors and hazards based on their type and location. Volcanic eruptions can vary in their destructiveness, and the level of destruction depends on factors like eruption style, magma composition, and proximity to populated areas. Here are 10 of the most destructive volcanic eruptions in recorded history. Tambora, Indonesia 1815. The eruption of Mount Tambora in 1815 is known as the most powerful volcanic eruption in recorded history. The eruption caused the deaths of tens of thousands of people and led to the year without a summer in 1816 due to the global climate impact. Krakatoa, Indonesia 1883. The eruption of Krakatoa in 1883 was one of the deadliest in history. It produced a series of massive explosions, tsunamis, and volcanic ash that killed around 36,000 people and caused dramatic global climate effects. Mount Vesuvius, Italy 79 AD. The eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD famously destroyed the Roman cities of Pompeii and Herculaneum. Thousands of people were killed when the eruption buried these cities in volcanic ash and pumice. Nevado del Ruiz, Colombia 1985. The eruption of Nevado del Ruiz in 1985 caused a devastating mudflow lahar that buried the town of Armero. Around 25,000 people lost their lives in one of the deadliest volcanic disasters of the 20th century. Mount Pelée, Martinique 1902. The eruption of Mount Pelée in 1902 on the Caribbean island of Martinique led to the destruction of the town of Saint-Pierre. Nearly 30,000 people died in the eruption. Mount Pinatubo, Philippines 1991. The eruption of Mount Pinatubo in 1991 is one of the most significant volcanic eruptions of the 20th century. It caused widespread devastation, including the displacement of hundreds of thousands of people. Mount Galunggung, Indonesia 1882. The eruption of Mount Galunggung in 1882 caused one of the deadliest volcanic disasters in Indonesia's history. It resulted in the deaths of over 4,000 people. Mount Unzen, Japan 1792. The collapse of Mount Unzen's Maiwama Dome in 1792 led to a catastrophic landslide and tsunami. Around 15,000 people were killed in the disaster. Mount Pelée, Martinique 1902. In addition to the eruption of Mount Pelée, Martinique experienced another deadly eruption in 1902. When Mount Pelée erupted, the city of Saint-Pierre was destroyed, resulting in thousands of fatalities. Mount Merapi, Indonesia 1930. The eruption of Mount Merapi in 1930 caused pyroclastic flows that buried several villages. Approximately 1,300 people lost their lives in the eruption. These eruptions serve as reminders of the destructive power of volcanoes and the importance of monitoring and preparedness in volcanic regions. Safety precautions during a volcanic eruption are crucial to protect yourself and your loved ones. Here are important safety measures to follow. Stay informed. Keep yourself updated with information from local authorities and volcanologists. Follow the advice given by emergency services and government agencies. Evacuation. If you are in an area at risk of eruption, follow evacuation orders promptly. Do not delay, as volcanic eruptions can escalate rapidly. Avoid contact with skin and eyes. Respiratory protection. Use a mask or cloth to cover your nose and mouth to prevent inhaling volcanic ash, which can be harmful to your respiratory system. Shelter. Seek shelter indoors if you are not evacuating. Close all windows, doors, and vents to keep ash out. Use damp towels or cloth to seal gaps. Stay indoors. Stay indoors until authorities declare it safe to go outside. Volcanic ash can be abrasive, and breathing it in can be hazardous to your health. Water quality. Be cautious with your water supply. Volcanic eruptions can contaminate water sources. Use bottled water or boil water for consumption and hygiene. Avoid driving. Do not drive during an eruption or when ashfall is occurring, as ash can reduce visibility and damage your vehicle's engine. Protect electronics. Cover electronic equipment and appliances to prevent ash from infiltrating and damaging them. Stay calm. Keep calm and reassure others, especially children and the elderly. Panic can lead to accidents and poor decision-making. Communication. Keep in touch with family and friends to ensure their safety and share your whereabouts. Follow authorities' instructions. Follow the instructions of local authorities and emergency services at all times. Respect restricted areas. Do not enter restricted zones, even out of curiosity. These areas are off limits for your safety. Listen for warnings. Pay attention to sirens, alerts, and emergency broadcasts for updates on the situation. Plan an evacuation route. In volcanic-prone areas, plan multiple evacuation routes and share them with your family. Pets and livestock. Ensure the safety of your pets and livestock. Have a plan in place to evacuate or protect them. Prevent roof collapse. If heavy ash accumulates on your roof, consider removing it safely to prevent structural damage. Stay away from rivers. Avoid river valleys during or after eruptions, as volcanic debris can cause flash floods. Be prepared for aftermath. After the eruption, be prepared for potential hazards such as lahars, mudflows, landslides, and further eruptions. Remember that volcanic eruptions are unpredictable, and safety should be your top priority. Always follow the guidance of local authorities and experts to minimize risks during and after an eruption. The eruption of Mount Tambora in 1815 is known as the most powerful volcanic eruption in recorded history. The eruption caused the deaths of tens of thousands of people and led to the year without a summer in 1816 due to the global climate impact. Krakatoa, Indonesia 1883. The eruption of Krakatoa in 1883 was one of the deadliest in history. It produced a series of massive explosions, tsunamis, and volcanic ash that killed around 36,000 people and caused dramatic global climate effects. Mount Vesuvius, Italy 79 AD. The eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD famously destroyed the Roman cities of Pompeii and Herculaneum. Thousands of people were killed when the eruption buried these cities in volcanic ash and pumice. Nevado del Ruiz, Colombia 1985. The eruption of Nevado del Ruiz in 1985 caused a devastating mudflow lahar that buried the town of Armero. Around 25,000 people lost their lives in one of the deadliest volcanic disasters of the 20th century. Mount Pelée, Martinique 1902. The eruption of Mount Pelée in 1902 on the Caribbean island of Martinique led to the destruction of the town of Saint-Pierre. Nearly 30,000 people died in the eruption. Mount Pinatubo, Philippines 1991. The eruption of Mount Pinatubo in 1991 is one of the most significant volcanic eruptions of the 20th century. It caused widespread devastation, including the displacement of hundreds of thousands of people. Mount Galunggung, Indonesia 1882. The eruption of Mount Galunggung in 1882 caused one of the deadliest volcanic disasters in Indonesia's history. It resulted in the deaths of over 4,000 people. Mount Unzen, Japan 1792. The collapse of Mount Unzen's Maiwama Dome in 1792 led to a catastrophic landslide and tsunami. Around 15,000 people were killed in the disaster. Mount Pelée, Martinique 1902. In addition to the eruption of Mount Pelée, Martinique experienced another deadly eruption in 1902 when Mount Pelée erupted. The city of Saint-Pierre was destroyed, resulting in thousands of fatalities. Mount Merapi, Indonesia 1930. The eruption of Mount Merapi in 1930 caused pyroclastic flows that buried several villages. Approximately 1,300 people lost their lives in the eruption. These eruptions serve as reminders of the destructive power of volcanoes and the importance of monitoring and preparedness in volcanic regions. It rises about 13,678 feet 4169 meters above sea level, but if measured from its base on the ocean floor, it reaches a height of over 30,000 feet 9144 meters. Mauna Loa's last eruption occurred in 1984. Mauna Kea, Hawaii, USA. Mauna Kea, also on the Big Island of Hawaii, is the tallest volcano when measured from its base on the ocean floor. Its summit is 13,796 feet 4205 meters above sea level, but its true height is over 33,000 feet 10058 meters from base to summit. Mauna Kea is known for its observatories due to its clear skies. Tamu Massif, Pacific Ocean. Tamu Massif is an enormous underwater volcano in the northwest Pacific Ocean. It is considered one of the largest volcanoes on Earth in terms of total area, covering approximately 120,000 square miles 310,800 square kilometers. It was discovered in 2013 and is estimated to be around 145 million years old. Ruang, Indonesia. Mount Ruang, located on the island of Sumbawa in Indonesia, is one of the largest volcanoes in terms of volume. It covers an area of about 3,332 square miles 8630 square kilometers. Ruang has a large caldera with a diameter of approximately 7.5 miles 12 kilometers. Kilauea, Hawaii, USA. Kilauea, also on the Big Island of Hawaii, is one of the most active volcanoes on Earth. The eruption reduced the volcano's height from about 14,000 feet 4300 meters to 9,350 feet 2850 meters and left behind a massive caldera, Ojos del Salado, Chile. Ojos del Salado is the highest volcano on Earth when measured by elevation above sea level. It rises to an impressive height of 22,615 feet 6893 meters in the Andes Mountains of Chile.